What is up, YouTube? It's me, Keltick the Casual, and today we are going to be doing our first little discussion video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Gauntlet of Thebes and why it is a must-have for a lot of supports and solo laners, or in general just the tanks. It got a lot of changes heading into Season 4, and what I plan to talk about today are what those changes are, why this item is so good, and why a lot of people may be overlooking it, but I can assure you it is actually in a really good place right now, and I do recommend it on a lot of characters. Now, let's start by what exactly does this item do now? Now, ever since Season 4 changed, and you'll see this come up on your screen hopefully, the item gives you 400 health, 15 health per 5 seconds, and it has a new aura effect, and this is what makes the item so strong for supports right now. All allied gods within 70 units have their magical and physical protections increased by 20. This is huge. Items like Sovereignty and Heartward Amulet do about the same for their respective traits, so either for magical or physical, but this gives you and your team 20 of each protection, and it's an aura. So again, this is going to be really strong on the supports because they're going to be able to help protect their teammates with these auras. Now, let's quickly dive into the good old question of when should I build this item? It is a very strong item, but I do not recommend getting it first because currently Sovereignty has HP 5 on it. So for those of you who don't know off the top of your head, Sovereignty will give you an aura with 30 physical protection and a lot of HP 5. Heartward Amulet gives you 20 magical protection and some MP 5. So HP 5 and MP 5 is just a flat rate of how much health or mana you get per 5 seconds. But anyways, when you're building those items, if you go into Sovereignty first, since you're going to be going into the front line and taking some hits, the extra HP 5 really helps you survive and stay and not have to go back to base every 2 seconds. So I always recommend getting Sovereignty, then Heartward, then for your third defensive item, so this is of course always after boots. Then you should go into the Gauntlet of Thebes. It's a really good bridge item because it gives a bit of both protections, and it's still really cheap. It's only 2,150 gold. Sovereignty and Heartward are each 2,100 right now, so at this moment it's only 50 gold more. You get a bit of both protections, and it's again a very good bridge item for that third choice. Now let's move right along into the number crunching of why exactly is the combination of Sovereignty, Heartward Amulet, and the Gauntlet of Thebes such a strong combination. So basically you could probably get all three of these items online for sure by about the 15-minute mark, assuming your team isn't getting curb stomped into the floor. Now what these three items are going to give you is 50 physical protection, 40 magical protection, and then some HP 5 and MP 5. You are going to be really tanky, and what this also does is if you're fighting against, say, a Zeus or the Poseidon, if they're going to ult you, you are going to be able to spread those protections around to your team, making the overall impact of those huge area of effect ultimates way less significant than if you were to be greedy and, say, get, I don't know, Breastplate of Valor or the anti-heal items. Now, like I have been saying, this item is really strong for supports. But what gods in particular would this be even stronger on? Now, I do want to draw everyone's attention to Ares because that's the god that this, in general, screams like, build this item on Ares. The reason for this is actually that his passive is so for every aura item that Ares builds, he gets 30 magical power. So since you're going to be a tank as Ares, and outside of boots you're not going to have any power coming directly from your items, him building these three aura items, so that being again the Sovereignty, the Heartward Amulet, and then the Gauntlet of Thebes, that's going to give him a total of 90 magical power. Now that, considering that he isn't going to be getting any, because let's be honest, in Conquest you should not be having any full power Ares on your team, hopefully, assuming that things are going well. you shouldn't have any of those full power Ares. But anyway, that 90 power is going to help him shred the tanks. And what that does is if he gets his chains and if your Ares can hit the chains, then it's going to be a lot better for him because he's going to have that power basically for free. So let's just quickly sum up the video, because to conclude, basically Gauntlet of Thebes with the changes in Season 4 is an incredibly strong item. I recommend that you build Sovereignty, Heartward, and then Gauntlet of Thebes to get the most out of it. It'll make you and your team fairly tanky. And of course, my favorite god to have built this item on to this point is Ares, though it is a strong all-around support item. Now, of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, this isn't just me ranting and telling you what to do. It is a discussion. I am curious to see if you guys agree with me on this one. So leave it down in the comment section down below what your opinion on the new Gauntlet of Thebes is, and I will try and get to all of the comments. It shouldn't be that hard. We're still a pretty small channel, but I am excited to see what you guys are thinking about this. If there is any item or god that you would like me to discuss in more detail, also leave that down in the comment section down below. I will try to get to it as soon as I can. And of course, if you're going to be going out of your way to comment something that you would like to see me do, you better subscribe or you'll never actually get a chance to see me do it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to get updates. I do tend to post pretty often. I've been going daily for the last little bit. I hope to be able to keep that up. And that just about covers it. That is all I have to say on the Gauntlet of Thebes. I hope you've all enjoyed watching. Make sure you subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, this is Keltick the Casual, signing off.